Hi, let's get started on some geometry terms. Simple closed curve, an angle. This is parallel lines, triangle, circle, array, intersecting lines, rectangle, perpendicular lines, because you have the right angles, parallelogram, trapezoid, square, congruent angles, line segment, line, point, right angle, rhombus, and a polygon. Let's go to section 1, and it says give the common name for each shape. So I want you to do that really quickly, and let's check. The first one is a square, S-Q-U-A-R-E, square. The next one, it's a rectangle, R-E-C-T-A-N-G-L-E. Remember, it's a parallelogram and it has 4 right angles. The next one is a parallelogram. So P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L-O-G-R-A-M. It's not a rectangle because there are no right angles, but it's a parallelogram because they have both sides going the same way. All right, now this is a parallelogram that has equal sides. This is a rhombus, R-H-O-M-B-U-S. It looks like a slanted square. And then the last one has 3 sides, so it is a triangle, T-R-I-A-N-G-L-E. All right, let's do section 2. A is array. B is a point. C, an angle. D, congruent angles, the twinsies. E is a line segment. F is just a line, and G is parallel lines. How are you doing on those? Go to section 3. Oh, now this is what I'm talking about, and what I've been talking about. Look at 3A. So it's going from 15 to 25. So it's probably counting by 2s, but by odd numbers now. So if you start at 15 and count up 15, 17, 19, 21, and then it's between 21 and 23, which is 22. So you would mark that temperature as 22 degrees Celsius. Does that make sense? Start at the next one, 50, 52, 54, 55. Always check the top though, just to see, because if that up top said 55, then you would know, oh wait, we're only going by ones. So this is the first one is 22 degrees Celsius. The next one's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The next one, we're counting by 2s from 90 to 100, and we're right in between the last one, so it's 99 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the last one is 34 degrees Celsius. How did you do on those? Which one do you think is the hottest temperature? I think the hottest temperature is 99 degrees Fahrenheit, because 98.6 would be normal body temperature, and that in Celsius is 37. So I think 99 is the hottest on there. Okay, number 4, story problems. Mr. Cow spent $18.97 on his wife. What a nice guy. He gave the florist a $20 bill. What coins and bills did he receive as change? We don't even need to write this down, because if we start at $18.97 and count up, we can know what coins. So our first thing is usually to get to the quarter or dollar spot. So, the nearest 5 or 10, then the quarter spot. So our first job is to get to the nearest 5 or 10, and we're at $18.97 counting up to $20. So $18.97 to $19 is how many cents? Yeah, it's going to be 3 pennies. 3 pennies, and now that gets us to $19. How many dollars do we need to get from 19 to 20? Yeah, just one. So you should write on there 3 pennies and $1 bill. Does that make sense? I hope so. B, the candle was 10 inches long when new. Each half hour, 3/4 of the inch of the candle burned away. After 4 hours, how long was the candle? Well, you might you might know this already, but it's a couple steps for the problem. First, we have to see what's it asking us for, and it says how long was the candle after 4 hours. Well, first we have to figure out how many inches burned per hour, because they gave us 4 hours and our candle was going by the half hour. So we would have to find how many half hours make a whole hour? 2, right. And then each half hour was 3/4. So what is 3/4 times 2? You can do it several ways. You can either do 3/4 plus 3/4 and get 6/4, which equals to 1 1/2. Or you could get 3/4 times 2, and you would get 3/2, which also equals 1 1/2. So we know that it burns 1 1/2 inches per hour. So that's your first answer. It burned 1 1/2 inches per hour. Now it says how many inches were burned if it burned for 4 hours. So we have, we'll just use this improper fraction 3/2 that we got before changing it and multiply it by 4, because it was 4 hours. Cancel 1 and 2, and 3 times 2 equals 6. So we know that 6 inches burned off of the candle in 4 hours, but the question is how long was the candle? So if it was 10 inches and 6 inches burned off, it's now 4 inches long. That's correct. Another way I think you could have done this is if you decided, instead of doing the 3/4 plus 3/4, you could have done 3/4 times 8 hours. 8 half hours. So 3/4 times 8. That would have been only one step, but still, or that would have been a different way to do it. Whatever you do, as long as you're understanding what the problem is and getting the right answer, you're all good. Let's look at the next section, Roman numerals. So write the Roman numerals. For 39, XXXIX. I want you to do these, pause it, and then play it. Okay, for this one, it's for B, DCC, XXXII. For C, XLVII. For D, MCCC, XLII. For E, LXXXIII. For F, CM, LXXXVI. G, CD, XXIX. And H, XXIII. The next section is divide and check. Divide and check. 4,309 goes into, divided by 74. 4,309 divided by 74. First step to do is say 7 goes into 43 how many times? Normally it would be 6 times, but 74 is very close to rounding up, because we know that 70 times 6 would be 420. But that's getting really close to out of 4 each time, so I am just going to say 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2 is 37. Subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. 13 minus 7 is 6. Compare. Is 60 less than 74? Yes, it is. Bring down the 9. 7 goes into 60 how many times? And 7 goes into 60 8 times. 7 times 8 is 56. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 7 times 8 is 56 plus 3 is 59. Phew, we just made it. 9 minus 2 is 7, and 10 minus 9 is 1. So it's 58, remainder 17. Be doing this with me, okay? So this one, I'm not telling you to do it and then play. I'm telling you to do this with us. The next one is 8,324 divided by 59. 59 is very close to 60, so we will use a 6. And we'll say 6 goes into 8 how many times? Only once. 59 times 1 is 59. Subtract. 13 minus 9 is 4. 7 minus 5 is 2. Is 25 less than 59? Or 24 less than 59? Yes, it is. So we bring down the 2. Make sure everything's nice and lined up. Say 6 goes into 24 how many times? It is 4 times. 9 times 4 is 36. Carry the 3. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. Subtract. 12 minus 6 is 6. And 3 minus 3 is nothing. Is 6 less than 59? Yes. Bring down the 4. Oh, yes. 6 goes into 6 how many times? 1 time. Subtract 59. And you get 5. 141, remainder 5. The last one, 91. We like 91s because we like 90 because it's easy to count by times. So let's do this. 17,324 divided by 91. 9 goes into 17. 1 time, and this is the trickiest one sometimes with 1 you use up because you're going to put it right underneath this 73. 1 times 1 is 1, 9 times 1 is 9. Now this is why we make sure that we do the underlining. So then the last one you underline is where you put the number over. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 17 minus 9 is 8. Is 82 less than 91? Bring down the 2. Bring it down. Okay, 9 goes into 82, 9 times. 1 times 9 is 9, 9 times 9 is 81. Subtract, 12 minus 9 is 3. Is 3 less than 91? Yes. Bring down the 4. 9 goes into 3 how many times? 0. So we're going to say 0 and subtract, and that's our remainder. Don't forget to check those, but it's 190, remainder 34. Okay, section 7, we're going across, and it says circle the hottest temperature in each row. That's funny, I was asking you before, and I had no idea that was on this page. Which one do you think is the hottest? It's actually 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius. And the way you could figure that out is because 32 degrees Fahrenheit is on there, and we know that that is equal to 0 degrees Celsius, so 4 degrees Celsius would be the warmest. B, which one's the warmest? It is obviously going to be 97 degrees Celsius because, remember we said before, 37 degrees Celsius is equal to 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So if it's 97 degrees Celsius, that is going to be very, very, very warm. And remember, 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, which is boiling point. So we know that's going to be the hottest. Section 8, circle the largest measure in each row. Okay, so if you have a pound, a gram, a metric ton, or a ton, which one's the heaviest? It's a metric ton. Tons are 2,000 pounds. Metric tons, I'm having a hard time speaking today. Metric tons are 2,200 pounds. B, a liter, a pint, a milliliter, or a quart. A liter. A liter is a little bit larger than a quart. I don't know if you've ever seen these, but these are like the biggest ripoff ever sometimes, but they're cute. The soda, if you go to the soda aisle, like those ones that look like the same size as a 2 liter, but they're really thin, that's the 1 liter, okay? And you can drink that so fast. Now let's look at the next one. Foot, yard, inch, or meter. The longest is a meter. It's 39 inches, and a yard's only 36. Kilogram, hectogram, gram, decagram, kilogram, 1,000, remember? And the last one, milliliter, milliliter, mile, I'm so sorry, mile, kilometer, yard, or foot, and it is a mile. Homework section, do that really quickly and then press play. Your answers are 1,559 and 0.76. B, 335.46. C, 158 and 3/16. D, 2,232. E, 106 and 19/15. 19/15 equals 1 and 4/15. And add that to 106, you get 107 and 4/15. F, 157 and 29/30. G, 240 and 25/24, which equals 1 and 1/24. Add that together, you get 241 and 1/24. Section 10. A is 1/3, B is 9, C is 5/9, and D is 1/4. If you have any questions, reach out to me. You know you can. This paper should take you, let's see, it took me 16 minutes to do this lesson. It should take you no longer than, I'm thinking, 30 minutes to do this total, including this video, because you did a lot with me. Maybe 40, but that's about it. Have a great day, and I will see you in a little bit.